when Marcus texted me, "Mom, we had to cancel the family trip. Finances won't allow it? We'll reschedule for later." I trusted him without question. I spent the entire summer grinding through extra shifts, while they claimed to be hustling just as hard to rebuild their finances. Then, 3 weeks later, Instagram shattered the illusion. My daughter-in-law, Chantal, had uploaded photos from lavish Caribbean cruise. There was my whole family, everyone but me. Marcus beaming in a crisp white linen shirt under the blazing sun, Chantal dazzling in an extravagant coral gown that screamed luxury. My grandkids, Jamal and Naomi, flaunting designer straw hats that probably cost more than a week's wages on those floating palaces. Even Chantal's parents, Chuck and Eleanor Holt, wearing the frame, clinking champagne glasses. The caption? Unforgettable family vacation. Unforgettable, that word stabbed like a jagged blade twisting in my heart. I didn't break down. No tears, no shouts, no frantic calls. I simply sealed my lips and carried on, as if the betrayal hadn't scorched my soul. But in that moment, a core piece of me shattered irreparably. 3 weeks after uncovering the truth, my phone buzzed at 7 a.m. It was Marcus. "Mom, I urgently need $6,000. Credit card issue. I'll pay you back next month." I reread it 5 times, each word landing like a fresh slap. $6,000, urgent, as it had been for the past 8 years. My hands shook as I typed my response, "Ask your wife's family." 4 simple words that unraveled decades of quiet surrender, granting me something I'd never dared dream of, freedom. Marcus bombarded me with 17 calls that day. I ignored everyone. Chantal fired off a rambling message packed with excuses about misunderstandings and surprises. I deleted it mid-sentence. That afternoon, I marched to the bank, shut down our shared joint account, revoked their extra cards, and halted all automatic transfers. For the first time in nearly a decade, I inhaled deeply, free from the invisible grip around my throat, to grasp why those 4 words hit like thunder. We must rewind. This is the tale of how a 73-year-old black woman, who toiled her entire life, became her family's personal cash machine, and how a mother's boundless love morphed into a gilded cage she couldn't see until it nearly crushed her. It began 8 years ago, when my husband, Earl, passed, leaving me with a mortgage-free home, a modest pension, and some nest egg savings. Grief consumed me, but Marcus, my only son, my anchor, seemed even more shattered. 2 months post-funeral, he and Chantal visited, settling on the same couch where I now replay these memories. He clasped my hand with that practiced gentleness. "Mom, I hate to ask, but," he murmured, "they wanted to host a lavish sweet 16 for Naomi, their sensitive, fragile girl. Funeral costs and the economy had drained them dry. Could I spot them $10,000? Just a short-term loan, repaid in 6 months." I glanced at Chantal. She flashed her polished smile. "It's for Naomi's milestone memory, Ruby. You get it, right?" Of course I did. As the grandmother, the widow craving purpose, I needed to matter. So, I wired the money the next day. Naomi's bash featured an upscale venue, twinkling lights, and a cascading chocolate fountain. I watched from a corner table as she whirled in joy. They never repaid a dime. Never mentioned it again. And I never pressed. 6 months on, the request snowballed. "Mom, kitchen remodel, old pipes, moisture issues. $8,000. Then Chantal's car breakdown, $12,000. Jamal's private college tuition, because public schools weren't cutting it, $15,000 yearly for 3 years, totaling $45,000. Each plea was urgent, temporary, framed as a family crisis. Mother's sacrifice, right? Give selflessly, prop up the shadows. But what I missed then, what $62,000 taught me, was the chasm between helping and being exploited, love and cunning, kinship and convenience. In those foggy years after Earl's death, loneliness drowned me, and Marcus exploited every vulnerability. Sundays brought visits, The long hugs that tricked me into feeling cherished. "You look worn out, Mom," he'd say, while Chantal brewed coffee like she owned my kitchen. "Rest up, we're here for you." Foolishly, I felt blessed. Blindly, I overlooked how those chats always circled back to a need, gift wrapped in urgency. Marcus mastered making demands sound communal. Never I want, always we need. For the kids, the future, stability. Jamal requires a math tutor for college prospects. Naomi needs braces now, or it'll worsen. Roof leaks, it's hazardous, solid reasons, everyone. Me, a 53-year veteran as a nursing assistant and hospital housekeeper, scrimping through scarcity, dipped into savings repeatedly. Chantal was slyer, lacing concern with venom. "Oh, Ruby, shame you can't join Jamal's club birthday, too formal for you." Pity Naomi misses the Europe trip with classmates. Not everyone gets chances. Guilt nod, I'd volunteer it unprompted. $3,000 for the excursion, $2,000 for club dues, $100 for Naomi's emerald graduation gown, trickling bleeds forming a one-way torrent. Warnings I ignored, spotting a gleaming new SUV in their drive, borrowed from a friend, until Chantal drove it proudly. Naomi's resort weekend pics, costing $4,000 easy, mere weeks after Marcus's cash flow woes. Doubts swallowed, fear silenced. I dreaded total isolation, becoming the forgotten widow in an echoing house, so I played the bountiful matriarch, settling for affection scraps. Weekly 10-minute calls, rushed monthly drop-ins, grandkids' social media glimpses they never shared directly. I smiled, claimed contentment, understood their busyness. Inside, though, I withered from emotional famine as my accounts bled dry. The fracture hinted 6 months pre-cruise, unnoticed then. Chantal threw her parents' anniversary bash. I learned why Naomi slipped during a brief FaceTime. Grandpa and Nana Holt's party. The pang hit me, erased as Grandma, calling Marcus, "Son," about the dinner. Awkward pause. Small, intimate, Chantal's folks are tight-knit. Didn't want you uncomfortable. Invisible again, I bit back humiliation, feigned understanding. 2 weeks later, Marcus appeared, grave-faced. Company layoffs loom, Chantal's stressed. Kids need steadiness. Need a $20,000 cushion. The sum punched my gut, his biggest ask yet. "That's huge, Marcus," I quavered. "You're our rock, Mom. Please." That puppy-eyed plea melted me. I transferred it Tuesday, her bank teller querying thrice. "Sure?" "For family," I insisted, ignoring her pitying gaze. He called post-transfer. "Thanks, Mom, you lifted a mountain." Repaid in 6 months, swear. Useful, vital. Bitter irony. Then, radio silence. Sparse texts, ignored video calls. Evasive chats. I felt burdensome, intrusive. One direct call, in a meeting. "Mom, call back." He didn't. My sharp-eyed neighbor widow, sparked out over coffee. "You seem dimmer, Ruby." Spill. I unloaded, unpaid loans, purchased affections. She sighed. "You're not a mom. You're a bank. And banks demand interest, emotional too. What returns do you get?" Her query haunted, rushed calls, obligatory nods. Memory only in crises. Jamal's 21st birthday sealed it. Gift in hand, a luxe leather wallet, I inquired about the party. "Just friends this year, Mom. I'll deliver it." Rage ignited, not sadness. I'd funded birthdays past. Now, sidelined. That night, I tallied 8 years' statements. $10,000 Sweet 16, $8,000 kitchen, $12,000 car, $45,000 tuition, $7,000 roof, $3,000 trip, $2,000 membership, plus dresses, tutors, phantom emergencies. Total, $62,300. My life's sweat, quantified. Returns? Emptiness. Silence, obligation. A steel resolve clicked. Mother's love needn't self-destruct, boundless giving wasn't virtue, but veiled cowardice. A week later, Marcus's call. Casual cruise cancellation due to finances. Wanted to surprise you, but realism wins. Unease stirred, rehearsed tone, but I granted doubt, maternal faith's final gasp. Summer dragged. Tidying needless closets, solo feasts spoiling in the fridge. Urge book club, I declined, paused in limbo. You're existing, not living, she chided. Right, but unready. 3 weeks in, silence weighed. Instagram ping, Chantal's fresh post. Heart racing, I tapped, her on a mega ship deck, coral dress gleaming against turquoise waves. Unforgettable family vacation. Swipe. Marcus cocktail in hand, carefree, Jamal and Naomi poolside in pricey hats. Elegant dinner, whole clan, including Chuck and Eleanor, toasting. All smiles. All together. Minus me, air fled my lungs, hands quaked. No misinterpretation, premeditated exclusion. They'd lied, axed me from family. Chantal's folks fit, I didn't. 14 posts. 14 daggers, lobster feasts captioned life treats you right as if fate funded it. Not my $62,300, calculations. Luxury cruise for 6, ocean views, gourmet, $15,000 minimum. Spent while pleading poverty. I scrutinized details, dates matched their quiet home vacation. Cruise line, premium opulence, premeditation stung worst, they posted publicly. Uncaring if I saw. Or worse, I mattered so little, I slipped their minds, slumped on the floor, phone aglow. I questioned, was I ever more than a resource? Did Marcus love me, or my wallet? Grandkids know me, or the gift giver? Soup boiled over, autopilot off. Bowl served, uneaten. At that table of Pascleys, I vowed silence. No confrontation. Wait for their next emergency. My response? Unyielding. That night, sleepless, an old self perished. A resilient one emerged. Post-discovery days blurred, routines underwater muffled. Invaded Saturday, you look wrecked. Photos shown, her fury mirrored mine. Calculated cruelty. She stayed, fed me, walked me, validated without sugarcoating. Evenings, her wisdom, zilch, chances, understanding, sacrifices. Give yourself respect. Permission granted, to rage, sever, self-prioritize, 21 days post photos, 0 contact. They basked in luxury, forgetting the enabler. I rehearsed my line, ask your wife's family, day 22, 7:15 a.m. Marcus texts. Mom, urgently need $6,000. Credit card issue. Repay next month. Confirmation, no greeting, no concern, just demand. Fingers trembled with power as I fired back, ask your wife's family. Sent. Read. Chaos ensued, 17 calls ignored, each rejection a rebellion. Chantal's essay, misunderstanding. Talk like adults. Kids confused. Manipulation classic, no cruise apology. Deleted, bank visit, same teller. Close joint account, cancel cards, block transfers. Sure? Absolutely. 2 hours later, free. Better late than never, she noted. Loved lines, home, 32 messages demanding explanations. No apologies, no wellness checks. Marcus's last, ridiculous. Acted adult, not child. Call. Saw me as tantrum thrower, not wounded mother. Indifference armored me, solo dinner, fine china, savored bites. Tea, unread book, 3 chapters uninterrupted. Phone buzzed, powerless now, liberation mixed pain, lightness from shed burdens. Panic from shattered patterns. Night doubts, too harsh? Cruise recall quashed them. Daily presence affirmed sanity. A week post-closure. Marcus doorstep ambush. Tanned, cruise shirt clad. Coldness surged. We talk. Doorway standoff. Ridiculous, can't ignore me. I'm your son? Exactly. Not your bank. Not your liar's mark. Cruise explanation, misunderstanding, Chantal's plan, You lied. Asked $6,000 boast splurge. Mask cracked, irritation. Always repaid. Never. $62,300 documented. Shock, you hadn't tracked. Family emergencies. Cruise emergency? No more, I declared. Threat, you'll die alone. Already am. For real solitude to transactional chains. Selfish, after our favors? Transaction revealed. Leave. He did. Parting shot, regret this. Doubt it, I whispered. Debrief, pride, tears of complex release. Movie night, genuine laughter, no anxiety, silence followed, relief. Explored postponed joys, painting class, widow bonds. Travel agency. Italy tour ad beckoned. $4,500 all-inclusive. I'll take it. Quickest selfish act, pure, unapologetic. Excitement bloomed. Cold. Screams. Prep whirlwind, new suitcase, bold mustard dress, shoes, camera, notebook. And Yvette mapped adventures, no tensions, just joy, family news. Silence, clear answer. Fear intrusion? No, their power's gone. 2 weeks pre-trip, Chuck Holt's email. Unaware of light, unacceptable. Apology mine. No more indirect aid. Replied graciously. Integrity from in-laws, ironic. Day before, Jamal calls. Apologize, complicit in silence. Mature ownership. Parents debt real, livid beyond means, relied on you. Blame you now. Validation. Lifestyle facade. Not asking help? Want independent bond. Touched, yes, love that. Airport. Yvette hugs. Light steps forward. Italy unveiled. Not sights alone, but self-rediscovery. Florence, Uffizi immersion, unhurried. Trattoria tales, laughter. Venice canals. Notebook truths, happiness independent, giving till empty isn't love. Waterside chat with white-haired Italian, last year's mine. Mutual rebellion. Duomo climb, panoramic view morphed pains. Gondolas, patience for self. Rome pasta, nourish soul. Scheduled ruby city by city. Fearful, guilty, emerging complete. Airplane mode detox, needed addiction broken. Farewell dinner share, trip saved dignity, post-cutting ties. Hugs, whispers, me too. Hotel, 53 messages, accusations, guilt drips. Deleted. Jamal's, enjoy, seeking job. Independent visits. Replied proudly, return, different woman. Airport reunion, you glow. I'm whole, doorstep box, letter, old cards, photos, $5,000 check, first payment. Marcus's words, used you, lied, knew wrong. Easier than facing mess. Cruise final straw. Therapy now, replaying monthly, not for forgiveness, but rightness. Sorry, love you, drawers hashed, undecided. Time would reveal sincerity, adjustment, fulfilling routines, classes, walks, Jamal chats, flowers just because. Marcus's weekly $1,000 cash, progress to $32,000. Cordial coffees, distant gentle. Naomi visits real. Yvette. Chosen kin, shared travels. Italy revisit with . Stronger still, 2 years on, peace. Relations mended-ish, but okay. Lesson, family free, love non-draining. $62,300 brought freedom, dignity. Priceless. If this resonates. Your boundaries, ties, no, deserve respect. Say no guilt-free. Choose self. You're your lifelong companion, love, protect, loyal first, love in a story? City listening from? Comments await. Super thanks fuel more tales. Sweet support appreciated. 2 fresh stories on screen, channel